Hey there, I'm Scott Welsh. Welcome to the video. We get together every Thursday to talk about trading, and sometimes we talk about exciting topics, maybe sometimes, according to you, it's boring topics. Hopefully not. But today we have a very puzzling topic, hence the title. So let's get right to it. Three things we're going to talk about today. One is I'm really worried about why traders trade. I'm really worried about it. Number two, I'm going to talk about the $200,000 system. That sounds exciting. And three, we're going to talk about a trader who said, no thanks. 200,000, no thanks. All right, we're going to talk about numbers as we normally do. They are hypothetical numbers. Please do not risk money you cannot afford to lose. Read that. Moving on. All right, why traders trade. I did a live event this week. I love doing live events. Love doing it live in person. Love doing it live on the internet. Love doing it live on the radio, whatever. Webinars on the radio. But I did a live event this week. Really excited to do it. And I got absolutely thrown a curveball right at the end. Went through a topic. I did a lot of background, did a lot of psychology. Did not like that. Not one bit. People didn't want that. They only wanted the system. My mistake. But when we did get to the system, when we got to the end, the questions, I just don't, well, let's just talk about it. All right. I talked about a system. We're going to talk about it today again. I gave away a system for free that beats the market by so much you could fill it up all the dollar bills in the Grand Canyon. Literally. Well, not literally, but you could fill up a little bit of the Grand Canyon. It beat the market by so much. It did so much better than an index fund. I mean, it's not even close. The same amount of money blew it away. Now, why do traders trade? To beat the market, to make money over the long term. I showed a free system that did that. And you know what questions I got? Not, how do I get started? Can I start tomorrow? It was, hey, does it work on other currency pairs? Forex system, obviously. See why that's strange to me? Gave you a system on a currency pair, which is the best currency pair to trade with this particular type of trading. And the questions were, what else can I trade it on? Why do traders trade? Do they want to hear about systems so they could not do that system? Do it on something else? Is that freaky or is it me? The other question I got, and they were different forms of these same questions, are, hey, can I trade it on other time frames? Well, it was on a daily chart, and it made a whole bunch of money. Why do we need another time frame? I mean, I'm just puzzled. Remember the famous quote? We say we're looking for the truth, and when the truth knocks on our door, we say, go away. I'm looking for the truth. Like, I worked hard to find a system that could help people, and nobody wanted to trade that system. Is that crazy? The goal, if we've already reached a goal, why are we thinking about something else? It makes me think that traders don't trade to make money or to beat the market. They trade to talk about trading, or anyway, love to hear your thoughts on that because I'm genuinely puzzled. Okay, let's talk about the system. It's a long-term system. Maybe that's the problem. It trades on daily charts. Maybe that's the problem. It uses Heron-style trading, right? It's very similar to the Heron that I trade on the 15-minute charts. I have a course for that, all that jazz, right? It's nearly identical to that. Same methodology, but it is different because it's on a daily chart. Here are the settings. I gave away the settings for free once again. The filter are the 149 simple moving average, SMA, and the 5 simple moving average, SMA. When price is above the 149, why not 150? Because that's why I tested it. You could use 150 if you want. If it's above the 149 and the 5 SMA is above the 149, if both are above, we go long. If both are below, we go short. Price is below the 149 and the 5 is below the 149, we're only going short. On a daily chart, you almost don't need this filter. You almost don't need it at all. But I used it anyway, okay? You'll see the results in a second. I use the CCI to get in, Commodity Channel Index. It's an oscillator, which I love. The long trade CCI was set at 30 length, 30. That's high, it's slow to react. And the short was set to length 13. These are not the default settings. I love to use the default settings, but I did not. Yes, they are different. If you have a problem with that, I understand. I disagree but I understand. And oversold and overbought were just the same, right? So if price was above and the 5 was above, and the CCI long went into oversold, went down into oversold and closed, you get in at the open of the next bar, boom, you're in. That's it, right? I don't even need to show you a chart because you're so good at trading and it's so easy to understand, okay? If you do want to see the chart, of course, email me. I'll be happy to show you anything you want. Once you get in using those criteria is plural, criterion is singular. Is that right? I might have gotten that backwards. Anyway, the take profit was 77 pips, and the stop loss was 128 pips. We give it room to breathe. That's it. Got it? Those are the only settings. Nothing else even matters. Okay? Here is the MT4 report. A few things to note. 99.9% data. That's good. Mismatched chart errors, 0. Well, that's good. Maybe we can kind of believe this backtesting. This was from 2003 to 2019. I like to go back to 2003 because that's a whole bunch of years, and also because that's when data usually runs out for Forex. Okay. Starting with $10,000 account. Sorry, I can't make this bigger. Starting with a $10,000 account, at the end of this time period, we made a profit of $221,753. $200,000 system. Started at 10 and you end up with 221. Is that acceptable? Does that beat the market? I mean, it's pretty good, right? I know it's a back test, it's hypothetical, but it's pretty good, right? Profit factor, anything over 1 begins to be a system. Anything over 1.3, 1.4, we start getting really excited. Anything over 1.5, we start getting super excited. This is 1.72. Okay, maximum drawdown was $52,000. How is that possible? We started with a $10,000 account. Ha ha ha. This happened well into our trading. It did not happen on the very first trade and subsequent trades. This actually only represented a 34% drop. Now that's a lot. Maybe that's too much trade size for you, and that's fine. You can trade size, use any trade size you want. But the maximum drawdown was only 34%. You know that index funds go down 50% regularly, once a decade or more, right? So it's less than the market and way, way, way more money than the market. Again, if we were willing to take on more risk, we could get this up to 300,000. Close to 350,000, right? If we're willing to take this up to 50, but that's a lot of risk. So I ratcheted it down a little bit and we only ended up with 221. A couple other things. Average win is 3,800, which is kind of weird because this compounds, right? That number is not really accurate because when we're trading with a big account, it's going to be different than when we first start. But this is the auto sizing robot. This compounds. The account goes up, the trade size goes up. That's how you get there. You can't get there trading the same trade size, okay? Consecutive wins, 11. Consecutive losses were only 3. That's pretty good. You only have to suffer 3 losses in a row. Here's the stat I like. Consecutive profit, when you won a bunch and you had really, really increased your trade size, the consecutive profit was $124,000. I know it's all hypothetical fantasy land, unless you do it. But I just like that number. I think that's funny. Okay. Anyway, that's the report. $200,000 profit. Moving on. Now, it's not all roses and hand grenades. That's not even related. It's not all fun and games, right? I couldn't get all of it on the screen because I said it went back to 2003. So just skip those. But 2006, 7, 8 were great. 2009, losing year. You got to be able to take a losing year if you're going to trade this way. I refuse to accept a losing year, even though the market just lost in 2018 and every system has a losing year, especially when you're trading long-term charts. 2010, 11, 12 was a big one. Remember, we started from 10,000. Now we're making 17 grand in a year. Oh, 13, we lost again. Not that bad, especially considering all the money we'd made up to this point. Not terrible. But then 14, 15 really got going. 16 was 17 was pretty good. 18 and 19 in recent times, just destroying. Look at that, 2019 so far, just doing great. Hasn't lost in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Does that mean it's due, or does that mean it's awesome? Either way, if you traded an index fund, you'd see something similar to this, losing years and a lot less money. So we're back to the bottom. We're here at the bottom line. We're back to my first question. Well, I guess we have to be careful what we wish for. You show up to a trading webinar or you watch a YouTube video, like what do you want? I think you want something that maybe you can start trading and make money with. I think you want something that does well for you that you can email me and tell me how well you're doing. That's what I think. But maybe you would like to take this system and not trade it on the euro dollar and not trade it on a different time frame, or not trade it on this time frame. I mean, maybe. Be careful what you wish for, because if you wish to trade a bunch of things, you might be missing out the one thing, and that one thing might be all you need. And be very specific with your trading goals. I just want to trade. Okay, then someone shows you a system and okay, we want different time frames, different this, different that, and pretty soon, right? I'm going to ask you humbly, modestly, to consider taking the solution you need when it shows up. If you need a trading system that does better than the market, that you want to trade in the long term and calmly, not too many trades a year, easy to manage, don't have to worry about spreads, and that system shows up, maybe consider taking it. Maybe consider not trying to mess with it. Just consider it. I'm not asking you to do it. You do whatever you want, right? Now, who's the trader that's turned on this system? Well, me. I haven't traded this system. Scott, it was so great. Why didn't you trade it? That's a valid question. I haven't traded it. I am that stupid trader, I guess, right? Don't call me names. I'm very sensitive. But I am going to start trading this probably next week, okay? I'm literally going to start trading this in my accounts because I cannot wait anymore. I'm tired of being a stupid idiot, okay? So let me trade it. Maybe I'll screw it up. You can laugh at me, and I can take all the pain. Or I can trade it and it works okay, and then you could consider it too. Okay, I've turned this down until now. I've been that trader that turns down potential big wins. I'm not going to do that anymore. Okay. Here was where to get your latest updates. Join the newsletter. It comes out right now 3 times a week. ScottWelshStrategies.com. Everything's at ScottWelshStrategies.com. I said that too fast. I've got a new memberships. Look on the memberships tab. You can get all the robots or get most of the robots. So check that out. My new toys, that portfolio backtester, I'll stop talking about it, but I do use it almost every day. That link is in the video, and that's what it looks like. And there's the contact information. That's all for this week. Hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to talk to you again soon. Bye.